I'm going to talk to you about geography at Key Stage 4. Just by telling you a little tale about the government. The government at the moment are trying to change the curriculum. They're really spending a lot of time looking into what they think young people in schools should be doing. 14, which is 2 years from now, the recommendation is that every child up to the age of 16 should do geography in one form or another, and history as well. Now, the question I've got to ask you is, do you want to be left behind? Because if you don't do one of those humanities subjects, then every generation coming up behind you will have done those, which means they will be more competitive. Employers like people who've done geography. Now, geography in year 9, 10 and 11 for you guys broken down different subject areas. I'm going to take you through them. Now, geographers are very employable. They've got transferable skills that people know that if you do geography, you can stand up and do a presentation. You can do research. You can use computers. You can go and collect data. You can share those results with people. The world that we are living in right now is changing faster than at any point in human history. We are educating you for a world which doesn't even exist yet. The world is changing that quickly. It helps to explain what's happening in the world. People who've done geography, actually, if you can have a look at this pie chart up here, these are some of the employment destinations. Well over 42% of graduates at university who've done geography get well-paid jobs in management and administration. Like this. If you want to climb volcanoes and work out if they're going to predict, if you want to go to disaster areas and help people recover from huge floods, if you want to work for charities raising money for organisations who save people's lives, if you want to read the weather on the television, geography is a very, very good subject for you to do. Now, we've got 2 courses running. One is a GCSE course, which is, as the other teachers have said, you've got controlled assessment, you've got exams, and the other course is a BTEC, which is coastal management. So actually, this has got no exams whatsoever. It's all coursework, but you get to go on lots of field work and lots of data presentation of the different things that you've done. Some of the kids who are doing this are really enjoying this at the moment. Now, topic-wise, just like in year 7 and 8, you're going to be learning about volcanoes and earthquakes. You're going to be learning about climate change, which is a really very important issue for us on the things like biodiversity under threat, tropical rainforests being cut down, huge stores of carbon dioxide being released by that. Rivers might not sound that exciting to learn about, but if you live next to a river, or if you happen to be at Glastonbury, you understand how they... We also look at oceans on the edge. Did you know that the Pacific Ocean, an area the size of Europe, of tiny little pieces of plastic floating around the top, causing huge damage to all the different ecosystems there? And we have done that. Human beings have done that, just by using too much plastic and lots of... We don't learn about Lego, but we do learn about population dynamics. The world's population at the moment is 7 billion people, 7,000 million humans. What will it be in 100 years' time? How is it changing? Why is it? We look at how we're using resources ever faster. We may well run out of certain resources that we rely on in your lifetime. People are moving to cities. More people live in cities now than who don't live in cities. That has huge implications for how we live and the conditions that people live in. And because of that, there are many people who are living in abject poverty. Right now, today, whilst we're in Teignmouth and you're at school, there will be 30,000 at least deaths on this planet from things that are preventable. Things like malaria, things like diarrhea, which we take a day off for, okay, kills people. It's one of the biggest killers. Geography helps us to understand why that is. I think geography is about the big questions. Whichever route you do, whichever course you do, I think geography is about these questions. What will the world be like in 2100? Okay, it doesn't seem that's around the corner, but actually that will get here relatively quickly. How many people will be on the planet? Will there be 9 billion people? 13? 15 billion people? What will the world be like for us and for your children and your children's children if there are 15 billion people on the planet, many of whom can't even live today, let alone with double the population? Will we have runaway climate change? with terrible consequences. Climate change, pollution, no resources left. Will we be fighting over access to oil, access to water? Pretty bleak, isn't it? But geography helps us work out whether that's going to be possible, whether we can do anything about it. Because actually, on a more positive note, maybe, and geography will help us get to this, will we have sustainable, renewable energy? Will we live sustainably? Will we work together to end poverty? Now, if you do geography, you will have a role in working out the future. Okay? It prepares you for a world which doesn't yet exist. Please choose your future, choose geography. Thank you.